And joining us live from Bangalore now is Commodore retired G.J. Singh. He is president of the Indian Ex-Servicemen League in Karnataka, and is also importantly a batchmate of Admiral D K Joshi, who resigned yesterday dramatically as Chief of Naval Staff of the Indian Navy. Commodore Singh, welcome to Newsnight. Thanks for joining us this evening. A dramatic 36 hours it has been, sir. You know Admiral Joshi very well. You've worked with him, you've studied with him, you were a batchmate of his. You've also said that what he did yesterday was the honorable thing to do. But what about the anger, sir, within the Navy about A K Antony, the Defence Minister, appearing to wash his hands completely of any responsibility for what's going on?
Connection.
Go ahead, sir.
I would say, at the outset, I would mention that today the Defence Minister, his refusal to design. Is it okay?
Yes.
Yeah. I would like to, at the outset, I like to mention that today Admiral Joshi has set a role model for moral responsibility and accountability on the horizon of Indian politics.
Yes.
He's a man who is absolutely upright, an operational guy. He is a one who will not bow down to any kind of politics or what we call nonsense. But at the same time, I would like to say that Indian fraternity, Indian community is very much saddened because the responsibility of this has not been shared by the Defence Minister and the Ministry of Defence as a whole. Why? Because it is not only the responsibility, security, the defence is not only the responsibility of the Navy or the armed forces.
Yes.
It is the responsibility of the Ministry of Defence.
Correct.
It has to be taken wholesomely. It has to be taken as a complete system, because we find that sometimes when we go in for the new equipment, the bureaucracy, the defence bureaucracy in the Ministry of Defence keep sitting on the files for years together.
Commodore Singh, I want to ask you a specific question. You know, you've served for many years with the Navy, and I can tell you over the last 36 hours, we've been speaking to several, veterans like yourself, as well as, serving men and women in the Indian Navy. And there's a great deal of anger, sir. There's a great deal of anger and a great deal of anguish about what they've seen happen over the last 36 hours. Don't you think, Commodore Singh, that A K Antony, the Defence Minister, ought to make an example of what's happening right now and show some kind of leadership, because there is a real crisis in the Navy at this time?
Absolutely. I would say that he should also put as a resignation, because in the Navy we find that we are losing an officer with 40 years of expertise, with 40 years of experience, with 40 years of operational experience behind him.
Absolutely.
The management skills, the administration. He has commanded a fleet. He has commanded a command. He has commanded even the joint services in in Andamans. He is a highly qualified officer, and just in a matter of few moments, accepting his resignation is not in the fitment of things.
That's
because if at this rate over accidents, the chief resigns and their resignation accepted, at that rate I would say that the Army and the Air Force chiefs should be resigning almost every second day, because we see clashes taking place. We find the troops being killed along the LOC. At that
good
rate,
point.
We should be having a new chief every second, third day. We should have a new chief.
That is one of the that is one of the big questions, Commodore Singh, that many people are asking. Why did the government so easily accept the resignation of Admiral Joshi? All those points you made are extremely important, and we hope that the people in the Ministry of Defence are watching. But thank you for joining us this evening with your views on this very important story, and we hope to take it forward and make a point about how an example needs to be set. An example of leadership needs to be set by the Ministry of Defence at a time when things are extremely turbulent within the Navy, not just for the senior leadership, but more importantly for the rank and file, the young sailors, the young officers who are looking for guidance, who are looking for clarity, and who are looking for solid leadership going forward. Commodore G.J. Singh, appreciate you joining us.